What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. It's back to life, back to reality. I'm getting back here, getting everything together, of course, after a great draft trip. And to finish it off right, I've invited the crew on for a breakdown of the draft now that we've actually gotten away from it, now that we've gotten out of our emotions and stuff of the draft, and now standing back and looking at what the Cowboys did. I think one thing we actually have to look at this year is the Dallas Cowboys literally dissected the season. Okay, they autopsied it, and they literally looked at all of the weaknesses that we had. One of the problems we had, of course, was stopping the run, and that's why Smith, oh my God, my buddy Greg actually said he'll be like Larry Allen on the defensive line. He's big, he's strong, he's an immovable force, he actually moves well, and so on, which is one of the issues that the Dallas Cowboys had a problem with last year, stopping the run. Eagle fans who are feeling themselves that we won the draft. You know something about you Eagles fans that's kind of funny to me? You guys had a great season last year, but it wasn't because of the draft. It wasn't because of the draft. I have to give credit to Howie Roseman, who sucks in drafting, but is really good at making trades and bringing in free agents. That's where your strength is. To go around and think that, oh, we got this guy and that guy. Because I look at what you guys did last year in the draft, where you moved up for Jordan Davis, a player I wanted. I wasn't looking at saying we're going to move up for him. I was looking at saying we had a later round pick and we'd try and get him. But they moved up for him, as well as Nakobe Dean. I remember the joy and everybody talking about, oh man, that Eagles, oh my goodness, with those players, they're going to be the best. And, yeah. So have your fun. Have your fun. You're headed for a fall. You're going to come back down to earth. Not everything that you guys do this year is going to be gold. Okay? Just letting you know. Harder days are coming. Because what other teams are now looking at is saying, what do we need to do to get those guys? See, the Cowboys, we didn't actually lose a lot of the players that we had, not like the year before. So now it was a matter of trying to build on what we had. And the Cowboys have done that through free agency, actually, and trades, re-signing their own players, going out and getting Stephon Gilmore, bringing in Brandon Cook. They've taken care of those weaknesses. And then in the draft, they were really able to take care of those weaknesses. One guy that may be really interesting, and somebody, I can't remember which one of my guys said this, looking at DeMarvion Overshown, that boy is fast. Sometimes what people think about players doesn't always exactly work out right, Malachi, Virginia? You look at the tools and you look at the situations they go in. See, you have to look at a guy like Dan Quinn is a guy who will get the most out of you. He will be able to put you in positions to succeed. Now, DeMarvion is 6'3", 220 pounds. He's a little bit light right now. But the thing that you have to actually like is he was actually a fifth-year guy. So he's a little older, a little more mature, which may actually help him more on the field. And through the course of the Dallas Cowboys, they're going to put some meat on him. But that may not necessarily be the be-all, end-all with them. See, he was originally a safety. Now, the Cowboys like length. They like taller guys. They like to be the tallest guys in the room. He is like a guided missile. He is a guy who can chase things down. And see, this is where you start looking, and football's kind of like chess. When you start thinking about the Eagles, okay, respect to the Eagles. You look at them and say they were in the Super Bowl last year. They were the number one rushing team in football, which is why it makes sense that the Cowboys ended up getting Mozzie Smith to help out with the run. The other thing is when you look at a DeMarvion Overshown, he's fast. And what you may be looking at, because one of the things that killed teams against the Eagles, they had a lot of games like against the Bears and the Colts and things like that, was at the end of the game, you had Jalen Hurts running the football right up the middle. Overshown can be a spy. And by spy, that means there's a guy who's basically in the middle, left in the middle. Your job is wherever the quarterback goes, you go. Keeping everything in front of you. Your responsibility, that's your guy. If he goes to the left, you go to the left. If he goes to the right, you go to the right. So if he decides to run, I got to get there. He's got enough speed. He's about 4, 5, 6. He's got enough speed that you use the angles. Now you're saying, oh, Hurts is faster than that. But see, no. So you got to understand pursuit angles. So if the quarterback is running outside, you're going to the point of attack. Boom, you're going there right now. And you look at some of the highlight films, and I'm real careful about trying to use highlight films because, right now everybody is like, it's like the Wild West that, they're looking at, you got to be careful. You get copyrighted here and copyrighted there. And, you don't want to get copyrighted. So I'm not putting, you can look at the clips and stuff of him. But this is a guy who works. He can knife into spaces. He's got speed. And this is where we start looking at rotations of guys. Because we also have Damone. Damone, who quietly last year had 47 tackles. Almost tripling what Nakobe Dean actually had last year. Huh. You remember that guy that, we won the draft. We won the draft. Oh my God, Did you? If you won the draft getting Jordan Davis, then why did you need to sign Ndamukong Suh? Right? You know what I'm saying? So the Cowboys having Damone Clark in there, gives you those speed guys. And now you've got, of course, Micah Parsons, who is truly fast. But now you've got a big man to help hold the middle. This is a recreation, if you understand what Seattle did. The Cowboys have gone through and they've taken the best parts or concepts from the Seattle Seahawks. And they're using that model on the Cowboys. You got physical players, you got length. Now you've got big man in the middle. You've got edge rushers. You got linebackers that are fast, that can make tackles. This is a recreation of that defense. And if they can stay healthy, they can get the players together the way they should, this defense is going to be scary. I know they're talking about, the Eagles. No, this defense right here is going to be scary. They are going to come after you, and they will have the speed and the physicality to go. And I think Overshown, that he is truly, truly going to be able to help make a difference on this defense. See, this is where we're getting younger, we're getting stronger, we're getting faster. And the thing that's amazing about this team, you realize that last year that the Cowboys, I want to say, were the 3rd or the 4th youngest team in football. That's what the Cowboys did back in the 90s. They literally started all over. They ended up bringing in their players, and they let them grow together to become a dominant team. This young, talented guys, they're not big names. They're not super splash guys. They're not sizzle guys. But they're guys that will play key roles and have roles that are defined already for this team. They don't have to be superstars out the box for us to be good. They can just be above average. This team can be great. So I love it. I love the pick. I love his size, 6'3". I'd like to see him get some more weight and stuff on him. Having that extra age, like I said, being a 5th-year guy. Excuse me. I've lost my voice from the draft trip. and it's just raw. It's just raw from all the stuff. But he's a guy that works well going downhill in pursuit, and that's exactly what you need going against the Jalen Hurts. We'll be definitely talking about this more tonight with my guys at 9 o'clock. That's coming up in about an hour from now. So I'll see you guys then. Peace.